Alright, today I'll be showing you how to make your own GFX. Now, to start off, you're gonna need a couple of things. You need Blender, Roblox Studio, Blender Kit, and the Softy rigs. Now, I'll leave a link to all those in the description, as well as say comments. But to start off, what you need to do is first you need to get your plugin. Now, you'll see a toolbox right here, and it's gonna start off in models once you first open up Studio. You want to switch that to plugins. Now type in load character, and as you see, there will be two that will pop up: the free one, and then there's the paid one. I got that opposite. But you really only need the free one. It works perfectly fine. And then after that, you just want to delete this. You don't really need that. But after you install the plugin, you just want to go to plugins, load character, and you want to type in your character or your friends, whoever you want to make this GFX for. Alright, I just typed in mine, spawn R6, I accidentally spawned 2, it's okay, just delete one. Now you want to switch the origin to 010 to 0, 3, 0. This makes sure he's up, he's not clipping through the floor or anything. And then after that, what you want to do, you want to click on this, then right click on the model itself, then go down to export selection. That will export the rig. Now you want to grab your accessories as well. As you see, I have a lot of accessories, so we just want to control, select all of them. And as soon as you've done that, you just want to do the same thing, right click and then hit export selection. Now when you export it, I like to keep all my stuff in a different file. Um, I think you can get away with keeping your rig and your accessories in the same file. I don't know for sure. I haven't tested it out, but if your textures do get messed up, then just put your accessories in a different folder and that should clear it right up. Other than that, you need to go right into Blender. Alright, now in Blender, what you want to do is just click out of that, delete this cube, and you want to start get by installing your add-ons. Now to do that, you just want to go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and then there's going to be an install button. Now you just want to click and drag the files you downloaded from the links. Now just hit enable add-ons only, go to community, and they should be right there. Now make sure you check off this box so they are selected and they are enabled. Alright, then after that you can close out of that. Now as you can see, Blender Kit will be right here, and so will be the Softy starter rigs right here. Now for this I'm going to use a blocky rig, and as you can see there it is. It has no details, has no clothing, has no face. Now, to make that all appear, you want to go to the viewport of shading. And as you can see, there his face comes up, but we still have it put in the rig. Now, what we're going to do is we want to click on the body, not the lines in between, but the body itself, and go into shading. Now, this is going to look a little complicated, but that's alright. You only want to use the main texture and the face texture for right now. So you want to do is click out of the main texture, open it up. Now you want to open the file that you exported your rig to. Give me 1 second. Alright. And there you see he has his clothing now. Now we need to change the face. Now, great thing about this is you can use any face you want. Uh, the Softy rigs come with a ton of faces. I don't think all of them. I have seen a few faces missing from this folder, but this mainly includes all of them. Let's choose any random one here. Let's go with the concerned. There we go. Now, after that, you want to go back to layout because we want our accessories. Now, to do that, we just want to go to File, Import, and then Wavefront OBJ. Now, you want to find where you put your accessories. Go to OBJ, and there you go. Your accessories are in, and they should be in place if you did set as origin the 0, 3, 0. And then after that, you're going to see that the accessories are not attached to your rig just yet. Now to do that, it's very simple. You just want to click on the accessories, and then you want to find this line in between, kind of like the neck and the body, even though you don't have a neck. Now you just want to click on the accessories, shift, and then click on that, and it's going to highlight the rig. Now after that, you just want to hit Control P, and then hit bone. Not bone relative, just bone. And then as you can see, it's all connected. When you move this around, the accessories are going to be with it. And then after that, all you need to do is just make a pose. Now let's make a simple pose right now. Now, make sure you're in pose mode, and you have to click the lines in between to get pose mode. So if you don't see it, just know that you haven't selected the lines first. Make a simple pose right now, nothing too complicated. Alright, I don't like that. Now, if you make a mistake, you can just hit Control Z. It's a little shortcut, so you have to go into Edit and Undo. You can just hit Control Z. Learning the hotkeys of Blender is very important if you want to continue making GFXs. It's going to save you a lot of time. Alright, that works. That's a nice little pose we got there. Now, when you're rendering it, what you want to do is you want to hit the camera icon, View, and then walk navigation. This will make it so you can easily find your camera angle that you want. Let's just go with this one. There you go. Now you want to leave pose mode, leave that. Now as you see, he doesn't have very detailed lighting or anything. So what you want to do is you want to go to the viewport of shaded rendered. And as you see, he has the lighting, but we only have one light source coming in from right now, and that is this one. Now we don't need this one right now, so we're just gonna delete it. It's gonna be all dark. That's okay. Now we're gonna add an HDRI. This is why you said you need Blender Kit, because you can find HDRIs pretty easily, but just typing in like night sky. Uh, Apparently I can't type in night sky, just put in night. And here comes a bunch of HDRIs. Now I see some are locked. You have to pay for those, but you can just filter them by the free first. There they are. And as you see, all these ones are free. Don't need to pay for any of these. Now, the insert one, what you need to do is go into Object, World, and then after that, you want to add a couple of things. Firstly, you want to add a texture coordinate. Then after that, you want to add a environment texture. And then you want to add a mapping. Now, that's the three you want to add. And all you need to do is just connect them from generated to vector to vector to vector, and then the color to color. Now, after you have that, you just want to find an HDR you like. Let's go with a city, something like that. I'm kind of feeling this one. Now you want to download at 4K. This is going to be the best resolution, and it's going to look the best, but you don't need to if you have a slower laptop or computer. Now, as you can see, we don't see it. So go back to layer, and there it is. As you see, it's not very detailed or anything crazy. To do that, what you need to do is go to your render tab. Now, it's on Eevee right now. You want to switch it to cycles. As you see, the lighting is a lot better, and your rig looks a little bit more realistic. Now, say if you don't want that background, what you want to go to is you want to go to your render tab, film, and then hit transparent. And as you can see, we still keep the good lighting, but we just lose the background. It's gonna get look a little grainy when you move it around. It's mainly because Blender and your laptop are trying to render in that good lighting, but it's gonna be cost a lot on your computer. So when you're doing heavier projects, it's really gonna lag your computer. And if you want your computer to lag, what you want to do is just select a different viewport. I normally work in this viewport for less lagging when I'm working on bigger projects. But for now, we can stick to this one. Now, as soon as you find a pose lighting that you like, what you want to do is just go into render and then hit render image. All right, and there you go. Now, as you can see, the sample size is how long it's going to take. So 23 out of 4,000. Now that's going to take a while, and we don't need that many samples. So what we want to go to is we want to go back into render tab, and you just want to switch the max samples to 1,000, and then switch this one to, for this one, we probably don't need that many samples. We could probably just get away with 300, but for bigger projects, I actually use 1,500, sometimes 1,000. You really won't notice much of a difference if you just use 300 for a small project like this. But after that, you just want to hit rendered image, and there you go. Now, this is going to be a lot quicker than the 4,000. And after this, as you can see, we have a transparent background. So if you wanted to go into a Photoshop editor such as GIMP, Photoshop, Photopea, you want to add text, you want to add a background, you can just do that from there. Now, if you want to keep the background we had, you just want to go back to film and undo transparent, but we want a transparent background for the tutorial. So I'm going to wait for that to render, and as soon as it's done rendering, I'm going to put in GIMP to show you to add a background. Alright, in GIMP, as you can see, I already imported the rendered photo we had, and I already have a background. Now make sure to save, when you render your photo, make sure to save it. It should be in the top left. And then you just need to put in a folder and where you can find it, and then place in whatever photo editing software you use. Now you can find any generic background like this online, or you have a picture from your phone. You can just import it into whatever photo editing software and put it behind your rig. Now, say I wanted to make the background fit in more with the rig, and I just want to highlight the rig. You can go into focus blur and then adjust the radius here. Let's see if we find something I like. Let's go with that. Alright. Now, as you can see, the rig is a little bit more focused. I like to do that when I'm working on things. But if I just wanted to add a text in front of it, you just add a text box and make it white. Let's go with Mito graphics. I don't know how to spell graphics apparently. Just like that. Get the font size a little bigger. Just put it right there. Um, and we're basically done at this point. Like, if you wanted to add anything more, um, you just add things like light and shadow. Do like a little drop shadow, a long shadow I meant. Get something like that going. Turn down the length. Maybe adjust. And as simple as that. You can add whatever you want to it now. But one thing I like to do personally, say if I didn't import the rig, I meant the photo, the rendered photo, uh, bright enough, if I didn't add enough lighting, what I like to do is go into colors and curves, and I literally like just like leave the first box right here and just up it. As you can see, it's going to turn a lot more brighter. Now, if you want to play around with this, if you want to make it darker, lighter, whatever, just want that cool effect, just play with this curve. But I normally just like to turn it up if I'm going for like a realistic one. And there you go. This looks a lot better. And that's how you make your first GFX. It's as simple as that, not too hard. I will be making future videos on how to do more complicated stuff. As you can see, I already have a project I was working on earlier, and as you can see, it has a lot more details, has a lot more things going on in there. But in future videos, I'll be showing you guys to do stuff like that. But for now, for your first GFX, I think this is a good start, and hope you guys enjoyed and hope you guys understood it. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I will be answering them, hopefully. I will also leave my uh, Discord username down in the description. So if you want to make a commission or you want to ask a question personally, I'm always open in DMs. So please let me know if you need any help and have a good day.